Hi guys, Tausif here. Today we will talk about, has New Zealand really killed Pakistan cricket? This is a sentiment coming out of Pakistan, and obviously New Zealand pulled out last minute just before the first ODI. So today I will look into it. Someone who is originally from Pakistan, played some domestic cricket in Pakistan, came over to New Zealand as a cricket player and obviously played some cricket here for the last good 18 years now. So I've obviously spent half of my life here and half of my life in Pakistan. So and I've got a lot of friends who've played for Pakistan or who are in the system over there, and I frequently talk to them. And obviously there's a lot of disappointment at all levels, from young kids who are cricket fans to older gentlemen. Everyone is disappointed because New Zealand has been actually second favorite team of Pakistan. Believe it or not, honestly they are. And over the years, like, you know, I mean, a lot of New Zealand Kiwi players have been admired in Pakistan. Some of the Kiwis have played in PSL and all that stuff. So I guess like their disappointment is one thing, but how much of this, like New Zealand pulling out last minute, would have had an impact on Pakistan cricket? Give you an example, like, you know, the Rawalpindi Islamabad region has a population of close to, I think, close to maybe 4.5 million. And when an international team tours, because of the security reasons, their life is very difficult for all the residents, because there are a lot of road blockages. They have to take a lot of detours. New Zealand team arrived on 11th, right? So every time they go out for training, a lot of people, you know, in that sort of Islamabad, Rawalpindi, have to take long detours, stuck in traffic jams, so that New Zealand team can safely go to the ground and come back for the training. So, and obviously they've got like, you know, the same security as the Prime Minister, so on the security on the land, security in the air. So I don't think Pakistan could have done any more. However, New Zealand pulling out of last minute makes a little bit of, not saying mockery, but questions Pakistan's security standards, and they take pride in it. Obviously, there haven't been any incidences I can think of where the foreigners have been attacked in the last few years. There's a lot of softer image for Pakistan in the last few years. A lot of tourists have been coming to Pakistan. Look up YouTube. A lot of YouTubers have been going there. Some Kiwis, Australians, Englishmen, Americans, you name it. People from that country would have been gone to Pakistan in the last 2-3 years. So there's a lot of tourism coming along to Pakistan. Probably people started investing in Pakistan. So New Zealand pulling out out of Pakistan is not just about cricket. It is about all the other things that will affect. England has already pulled out. Australia is likely to pull out. So the efforts Pakistan have made over the years, and the security they have been providing to the international cricketers at PSL or international bilateral series. In 5 years, Pakistan has hosted South Africa, West Indies, Zimbabwe, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. So they had fair few international games, and obviously these players were provided the same security as New Zealand cricket. So, and without any incidents. So I guess Pakistan, I mean, obviously New Zealand security personnel, New Zealand cricket security personnel went there, gave a green signal before the tour goes ahead. So I guess, like, from Pakistan perspective, if the same security guy can't give them a reason that why they're going back, they would feel quite, you can understand their anger, because they have invested. So they looked after that security personnel who came over, made all the arrangements, showed him what they have in place. He was happy with it, and all of a sudden everything changes. Same security is fine for taking a New Zealand team from the airport to from the hotel to the airport, but not safe from hotel to the cricket ground, that, you know, the game day. So there are a lot of question marks, and these are the questions coming out of Pakistan, and you can probably see that why they're frustrated. So cricket wise, obviously Pakistan has been hosting PSL, some of the games in Pakistan. I really hope that they carry on with it, and they try to get draw cards, big draw cards, bigger players. because same English players have been playing PSL in Pakistan, so all of a sudden the things change when they're playing for England and not for a PSL franchise. So there are a lot of question marks, obviously, but I think PSL would definitely help New Zealand. In short, I'll just wind it up, it's getting dark here. So I think in short, what New Zealand has done is probably what they felt right, because the cricket people, cricket management with the team probably didn't have an answer. However, it was the order came through New Zealand government, and they felt that, you know, the threat was genuine and direct to New Zealand cricket team in Pakistan, so they pulled out. Obviously, a lot of rumors coming out of Pakistan now that it was all set up by India. They came up with Ihsanullah Ihsan, his statement, and I think there was an Indian journalist who said that New Zealand team would be targeted. So if you look at the bigger picture, I mean, I kind of probably mentioned these things way on the 18th, and these are coming out of Pakistan now. So I don't think these are like I mean, they're still sort of there might be some truth in it, but as I said, I mentioned those things like on the 18th, and Pakistan's interior minister is mentioning the same things on the 22nd. So unless they have some other information that I don't know, but definitely a lot of uncertainty in Pakistan, and you can see the anger, or you can see obviously they have a lot of questions around why us, you know, or why that late. They could have done it prior to the tour and not on the first games day. Anyways, this is part and parcel of life, and how Pakistan is dealing with it. Obviously they're finding someone to blame, and rightly so. If they think that it is, the email was originally sent from India, I mean, fair play, India should look into it as well. So India should clean their name on that front. In the end, like, you know, sometimes, as I said, it could have been just a threat sent to New Zealand cricket. In this day and age, electronic media, it's easier to track where the threat was sent from. So I really hope that we find out more about it. It has impacted Pakistan as a country a lot. Definitely it's killed Pakistan cricket, because they have to start from scratch again. Over the years, they built up, last 5-6 years, they built up with like small series, and then test series, and then PSL. So they kind of like, I think they've done everything right to bring cricket back to Pakistan. It's unfortunate, and it already, I think it will have a domino effect that other teams sort of thinking or not to tour Pakistan in near future. And obviously the political situation across the border, or like in the region with the change of regime in Afghanistan, probably have something to do with it. But there hasn't been really, it's not a war going on there right now. So I'll be interested to know what comes out of that, and would that have an impact on security alert that is against the Westerners in general, and it was New Zealand team in particular. Anyway, so I'll wind up now for sure. Probably not ideal what happened, and I personally think that definitely New Zealand has killed cricket in Pakistan. But I guess, like, you know, Pakistan's got to look up to the World Cup, and then hopefully sort of some of the teams might still visit Pakistan. But PSL would be a big thing for Pakistan. I think if they run it well, the next one in Pakistan, that will encourage teams to come back. Okay, I'm signing off, so we'll have another vlog soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.